Welcome to the Escaping Moral Adventure podcast. We're Mark and Fallon Sparks, and we're thrilled you're here with us today.
Merry Christmas, everyone, and welcome to our new podcast called Escaping Moral Adventure.
Yeah, this is exciting. We've been wanting to start a podcast for some time. Haven't done it, obviously, but now we're getting started.
Yes.
And here we go.
All right.
But we do have an interesting name for this podcast.
Yes.
So, Escaping Moral Adventure, not necessarily a easy thing to understand, I would say, at face value. So we do need to talk about what we actually mean when we say moral adventure. Mm-hmm. And I have to give some credit to Dietrich Bonhoeffer. He's a Christian author. And in his famous book, The Cost of Discipleship, he introduces this concept of moral adventure. And I wrote down here a bit of a definition, and this is what moral adventure is: the constant posing of questions, criticisms, difficulties, and rationalizations resulting in the avoidance of taking right action. And that's the definition, but I also wanted to write down, well, what can it lead to? So what is the outcome of moral adventure? What happens if you get stuck in it? And so what I wrote is, moral adventure declares that there is no right action. Moral adventure reminds you that you only live once, you should have no regrets, and you should live in your truth. Moral adventure encourages you that one more won't hurt, and you can quit tomorrow, or you can start tomorrow. Moral adventure prioritizes your feelings and your happiness right now, and if you're not happy, it shows you how to drown your sorrows and find immediate pleasure. Mm-hmm. And we can get really stuck, I think. And so that's the whole concept here, is trying to escape moral adventure, right. But we need something to escape to, which gives us our other concept, which is called spontaneous obedience. Also comes from Bonhoeffer's work. And spontaneous obedience is deciding what you're obedient to, what principles, what values are you already decided, and you got to do some work to decide.
Yeah.
And then using that to take action. So when a decision comes your way or some opportunity comes your way, you know how you can orient yourself forward.
Right. And so for us, what we're obedient to is Jesus. And so this is a good time to kind of introduce us and share a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I was writing down our introduction. I was trying to decide what I was going to say about who we are. Mm-hmm. And I wrote a computer scientist and a psychologist, but that doesn't tell the story. And then I reflected a little bit and thought, well, I'm actually not a scientist, even though I have a computer science degree. And she goes, well, I'm not a psychologist, even though I have psychology degrees. But the part that was true was that doesn't begin to tell the story.
Right. So for us, the most important part is our journey of following Jesus and trying to become more and more like him in our various roles as parents, as friends, as wife, as husband, as leader, as daughter, as son. Yeah.
And so through that journey, the way the journey will manifest is we're going to talk about books or people that we know, our mentors, podcasts we listen to, all related to this journey, tying it to spontaneous obedience. What happens if we really do what Jesus said, what he told the disciples, follow me? Like, what would it be like to go on that journey of following Jesus? What would we encounter? Who would we encounter? And how would our life change? So that's the idea.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So we're going to get this started.
Yeah.
And we're going to put it out there. First episode beyond this one will launch on January 1st. So starting off the new year.
Yes.
And we will record, how many do we want to record per month?
I think we said 2.
Okay. Two might be a lot for us, but we're going to do 2. We're going to put it out there.
Yeah.
Twice a month we'll have some content, and it'll always be something pretty focused, I would say. Mm-hmm. And it'll be focused on this journey tied to escaping moral adventure. So it'll always have that theme that you can count on, and it's always orienting towards spontaneous obedience. So that's going to be our theme, but it's going to have lots of different things that I think we're going to discuss. Yeah. Maybe a teaser for the first one. Put it out there. We're going to talk a little bit about this. What is it called? A New Year's resolution. We're going to talk about some alternatives to that I think we've liked in the past.
Right.
So
yeah, we're excited. We hope you come on this journey with us and have fun.
Yeah, I think we will. It'll be exciting. We're going to be spontaneous and we're going to be obedient through this journey.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.